they're walking out. Because I've got a intro script for it. Do you want to do that or? Yeah. Round 28 NPL New South Wales men's action. It's Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Sydney United 58. As Sydney United 58 look to finally confirm their final spot. Should be a ripper. Tune in on YouTube, for Football New South Wales. Yep. Round 28 NPL New South Wales men's action as Sydney United 58 visit Western Sydney Wanderers. As Sydney United 58 look to confirm their finals ticket in 2024. Join us live on YouTube on the Football New South Wales channel. Hello everyone and a warm welcome to Wanderers Football Park for this round 28 NPL New South Wales men's first grade fixture. As Sydney United 58 take the trip up the M7 to Rudy Hill in hopes of solidifying their top 6 push for finals football. Western Sydney Wanderers, who started the campaign with a blinding 10-1 record, have lost a plethora of their inventory throughout the season, as have previous A-League nurseries, and have continued to deteriorate down the table as the season moves on, with their youthful stars moving onwards and upwards to the Wanderers A-League team or exploring other professional football ventures. Sydney United 58 sit on the cusp of finals football, and with only a point separating them from finishing the season prematurely, this is a must-win fixture if they have any chance at holding on to their cherished finals ticket. For Wanderers, finals was written off some time ago, but with a chance this afternoon to play their part in this ever-unfolding story at the back end of the 2024 season. All bets are off. Both limits with you here live in commentary for the football on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel to bring you all of today's action as 9th place Western Sydney Wanderers take on 6th place Sydney United 58. Kelly Jones, the referee for this afternoon. We'll just have a quick run through our lineups. The visitors Sydney United 58 making quite a number of changes after their 0-0 draw at home to Sydney FC last week. Number 1, Oliver Callett in nets. Team of the week, right back, last week. Bailey, rule number 3, keeps his spot, as do the formidable centre-half partnership, Adrian Vlastenica and number 5, Anthony Tomovic. Number 9, Patrick Anselmi. Number 11, Matthew Hatch. Number 15, Tarek Meyer gets his 27th start of the campaign. Number 19, Aidan Milicevic. Number 21, Dean Bakker-Danikowski. Number 22, Stephen DeRoberland. And number 32, Mason Wells. On the bench, number 2, Christian Gonzalez. Number 8, Luis Lobo. Number 13, Alessandro Lacalandra. 29, Joshua Assad. 40, Mitchell Carter. And number 44, Anthony Krilich. Sydney United in a corner early and swinging in to the front post. Lual with a clearance. It's fallen to Meyer. All will get the chance to recycle it. Floats one out to the back post. Back now with Hatch. Good link-up play early from Sydney United. Quick off his line there. Luke Neuenhoff. Hatch. Comes inside, Tarek Meyer opens it up. Just wide of the mark. United flying off the blocks. Milicevic playing more in that number 9 role with Antelmi compared to the more traditional left midfield role he played last week. Wow. First opportunity for the Wanderers. United plenty of time to come back and support Neuenhoff. Franson out to Devine. All the way back to Vidakovic. Run through their lineup quickly. Number 23, Marcus Fernandez. 18, Arwan Lual. And number 77, Philip Gigliotti. Up front, number 47, Edmund Haddad. Number 25, Riley Hollingdale. And number 28, Luke Neuenhoff in midfield. Back 4, 99, Ryan Devine. Number 22, Jesse Cameron on the flanks. The centre halves, 37, Ricky Franson. Number 24, Anthony Barbic. And in goal, just coming up on a month with the Wanderers, number 20, Tristan Vidakovic. On the bench, number 1, Tager Harper. 35, Khan Nizam. 36, Dallo Sandy. 3, Matthew O'Donoghue, back from suspension. And 45, Rashan Tefuani, as Lual gets a touch in the area. And Khalats collect that one with ease. Interestingly, Wanderers haven't had a draw all season at home, and this will be their final game at home for the year. Oh, that's a dangerous challenge, and I think they've come unstuck here, the Wanderers, and early days, Barbic, only a mere 4 minutes into the fixture, is heading back into the sheds. Milicevic hacked into from behind. I was just mentioning no draws all year. It's certainly going to be an uphill struggle with 10 men. And United with an early chance to get a goal in this round 28 fixture. Wanderers will have to head out to Olympic and Marconi to finish the season, and that's 2 red cards in 3 weeks for the Wanderers. Similar situation when O'Donoghue was sent off out at Landon Stadium. Blacktown City took home the 3 points. Sydney United, well, there's been a red card involved in quite a number of their games recently. Will Kennedy given the double yellow last weekend. McGing, that challenge which unfortunately has written off Matthew Cortier's season off for Rockdale. Sydney United, they can't do any better than where they currently are this evening. St. George City picked up the points already this weekend, so they're 4 points clear in 5th. Tarek Meyer and Patrick Antelmi stand over the set piece right on the 18-yard. Antelmi drills it. It's parried away by Vidakovic. A shot from Milicevic is sliced wide. Cameron. Haddad holds it up well. Hollingdale back from the Under-19 Asian Championship. One of 2 Wanderers youth took part in that one, Marcus Eunice. The other chosen to represent Australia. Franson tucks away, so Neuenhoff has dropped back one from the holding midfield role to fill in that gap. As it started to warm up across the weeks, this is going to be a real test for the Wanderers boys. Player down so short into this fixture. Milicevic tests Hollingdale there. Back post it goes, and tell me rised above the pack, but safe as houses. Tristan Vidakovic. Cameron. Just touch there from Hollingdale, and Hatch gets it back for United as they look to go once more. Tomilich. Back at Danakoski. Playing more in that back line and allowing Tomilich to venture forward. So he jinks it out to Meyer. Hatch with some space to exploit as he darts towards Cameron and lets one fly. Took the deflection off Cameron on the way in. Back post yet again. Hollingdale got the flick on. Hatch. Meyer, Sydney United happy to use this extra man, just set themselves. Low pressure from the Wanderers, just keeping this low block. I'll expect to do that. as long as this scoreline remains intact. Hatch wraps one to the back post. That's not been fully dealt with, but Gigliotti turning Tarek Meyer and picking up a few yards. United turn it over high, and Tell Me wraps one in. Milicevic again, back on his feet but writhing in pain. After that charge, we'll need a gallon of DP. If it stays the way it is, as Cameron cuts one into Gigliotti. He's brought down on the edge of the area. Good work from the Wanderers fullback to pick the pass. Philip Gigliotti. Great use of the body to get in front of his man and cushion the pressure, win the foul. Haddad and Hollingdale over this one. Hollingdale over the wall. Oliver Callets called to make a big save for United. First real attempt on goal for the Wanderers this afternoon. Can they keep the pressure on here? Haddad. Hollingdale cutting it back. The back post looking for Franson. Tried to hold it up, send it back across face. He's always craning his neck out to even get connection with the football. Tomilic. Run of rule. Hatch with plenty of space on this left-hand side if they can find him, and Tarek Meyer looks to go that way. Meyer getting to Milicevic. Wanderers defending with a 4-4-1 of sorts. Wells looks to get in behind Devine. Great physicality from Ryan Devine. Beat there for half a second. Got the shoulder in front and saw it home. Neuenhoff. To Hollingdale. Nifty turn from Haddad, and Tomilic just roped him to ground. Gigliotti to get behind Wells. Wow. Has his pocket picked. Hollingdale finds Cameron in open space. Neuenhoff being harassed by the Robillard. Wanderers starting to open up after the initial sending off of Barbich. Haddad with a cutback. Jesse Cameron rips one Looked like Lual was the one who blocked his shot. Last 5 minutes, Wanderers with a lot more enthusiasm and confidence, riding the initial shock of Anthony Barbic's dismissal. Back at Demikovsky. Divine. Robillard intercepts, but it still finds its way out to Cameron. Hatch put himself under pressure there. Cameron jams it free. Looks to get a delivery in for Lual. Callets close to pluck that one out of the air. Lual with a number of goals for the under-20s. To Robillard. Cuts it back to Tariq Meyer. For the clip over to Milicevic. Neuenhoff gets it free only momentarily as Meyer looks to recycle the opportunity. To Robillard. Through the legs of Haddad. Strong challenger from Cameron. Still alive. Wanderers clear their lines. Rule. One block. Winning corner for Sydney United. Pressure's starting to mount back on the Wanderers' back line.
Yeah, the week before was a year or two. Yeah.
The back post once testing Vidakovic, and he's gone to ground. Milicevic wraps it and tucked away beautifully through the sea of bodies. The man who got Barbic sent off finds his goal just shy of the 18th minute mark. Sydney United put the extra man to good use. The trend continues for A-League Youth Academy setups in the NPL New South Wales first grade competition. Tend to concede far more set piece goals than the other sides. Last year, Bulls, Wanderers, Mariners and Sydney FC were the bottom four. Physical dominance in the air as Antelmi looks to thread through Wells. Divine with a burst of speed got back goal side. That's a big let off for the Wanderers, who so very nearly found themselves 2 goals behind in 2 minutes. Vidakovic quite comfortable distributing out from the back for the Wanderers. Haddad over the top for Gigliotti, and he'll just run out of room. Tomilich and Meyer, the central midfielders, as Cameron bundles over Hatch. It's a good run from Matthew Hatch until he was brought down Looks like he's in some discomfort. Perhaps awkwardly leaning on the shoulder. Doesn't look like what he's reaching out at. The right shoulder. Certainly going to be eggshells for the Wanderers. It's just this burst of pace down the side between Hatch, de Robillard, Milicevic, Rule. There's just so many to contend with. Can't forget he doesn't have all the pace in the world. Patrick Anselmi always lurking, happy to prod one home given the opportunity. Sydney United, they'll take on Manly United next Sunday. 2 home games to finish up their campaign. Their regular season campaign, I should say, taking on 11th place Manly and 5th place St. George. And the only team that can really take that away from them are the Wolves, taking on Central Coast, Northwest Sydney Spirit and Manly United themselves. Milicevic floats to the back post, dealt with by the Wanderers. Gigliotti riding the challenge. Dealt with by Rule. Looked like he just had a bit of a word there with Marcus Fernandez. Divine. Caught a bit of contact late there from Tomilic. Meyer. Wells finding Bailey Rule on the overlap. And tell me at the back post. Franson just stands him up. Franson. Vidakovic. Fernandez inviting the pressure of Tomilic. Cameron. Haddad turning. Divine out wide. Just overhits the pass for Haddad. Divine's able to keep it in. Gets half a yard off Rule. Ran right into the path of Milicevic. And tell me, holds it up for Meyer. Rule. Good suckle there. Milicevic certainly one of the best performers in this opening 24 minutes for Sydney United. Ray Clements with you here. Live from Wanderers Football Park, Anthony Barbic sent off at the 4th or 5th minute for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Just outside the area. And in the 18th minute, Milicevic wrapped his foot around, scramble off a Sydney United corner, just at the edge of the area. Tomilic, he too will go into the book. Plenty of paperwork for Kelly Jones this afternoon. Vigliotti sizes up Wells. Wanderers opting to retain possession with de Robillard. And a change of plans only momentarily. Pass goes wayward. Franson to Devine. It's been the fullbacks for the Wanderers that have really given their hopes a kickstart following that garbage red card. Devine especially looking to get in behind Rule. Wells in the right midfield role. Getting back behind the ball and creating that extra man. Making life difficult for Wanderers coming forward. Tomilich. Out wide to Rule. He goes looking for de Robillard. Hasn't been fully dealt with by the Wanderers and eventually thumped clear. Pressure still on Meyer. Just walking beneath the soft camera. Not involved in the match. Scored today's Vigliotti. Spotted Callets off his line, but United goalkeeper read it like a book. Cameron intercepts and finds Lual. Fernandez to get a deft touch into Lual. Meyer wins it back for United and they look to go the other way. Rule.
You're good?
Good, you?
Akademikowski, Tomilich now.
Pepin.
He's in Germany.
Oh, he's in Germany. Why do you think he's down there? He just came to watch this.
Yeah. Well, I've got a friend who's translating it. This is the first.
Over the top looking for Wells. Devine. A good battle between those two, Wells and Devine. Devine certainly had the upper hand as he's won it back yet again.
You good?
Yeah, I'm well.
Just that second ball, United hungry to win it straight back. Wells. Hatch actually with a delivery. Block off Cameron. Straight back into the arm of Hatch. Neuenhoff. Just clipped there by Milicevic. Hollingdale. Conductor for the Wanderers midfield. Devine gets through a challenge. Akademikowski's had a bit of a word with Devine. Tensions still bubbling at Wanderers Football Park. Wells on the left peg. Fires one straight into the path of Vidakovic. Cameron now down the line looking for Haddad. Flash to the top. Just tucks it over the side. Neuenhoff. Intercepted by Hatch. Now Franson's got work to do. They come away with it, the Wanderers. Hollingdale. Divine. Turned over. This is dangerous now. Milicevic eyeing up. De Robillard unmarked and makes it 2 for Sydney United. Wanderers committing numbers forward in the build-up. Got caught out. And a man down, that is the price you pay. Exposed at the back by Milicevic, who's had his hand in everything in this opening half. Haddad looking to go forward straight away, but Robillard wriggled it free from Lual. Rule into Milicevic. Wells took a deflection, the delivery, but Darkovic was able to collect. Quick check around the grounds. Sutherland Sharks up 1-0 against Rockdale. Goal in the 4th minute, which could make things a bit interesting for the Suns. And at the other end of the table, could things get even more interesting in the relegation fight? Sutherland could find themselves as high as 13th if they can somehow find 3 points. Wolves 2-0 against the Mariners. The Mariners currently sit in 14th. Only 2 weekends left after this of the regular season. It's really time for the big hitters of the Mariners, Smythe, Shakluna, to step up and save them. As it stands, Sydney FC and Hills United are the bottom 2. Hills United already played and 3-1 loss to Marconi as Wells cuts one across face. Cameron didn't want to take any chances. Wells back inside for Meyer. United happy to swing it side to side and look for a gap in this block that Wanderers are using in defence. Gigliotti shoves Rule off the ball. Divine took 5 steps too many. Again, a poor touch. United straight away looking to pounce, and tell me. And off balance was always going to be a test to get that one on target. now we're struggling to find a match ball. Fourth official. James Macris managing to find one. Back on the way, Vidakovic into Franson. Cameron straight on the way, straight under pressure by de Robillard. Tomilich. While trying to press this United back line, but it's really a fruitless task. Difficult to press the likes of Flash Litzer and Tomilich at the best of times. Never mind a man down. Meyer. Got it past Haddad. Lindell nearly cutting it off. Just starting to pick up. Meyer. Knocking the ball around with a lot of sharpness and intent with their passing. Over the top, Tomilich looking for Rule, and across the face he goes. Uhlenhoff, the pivotal block. Wanderers look to go the other way now. Lual did brilliantly to hold it up. And it almost looks like going forward, Wanderers are trying to play a 4-2-3, sacrificing that midfield role. Or Hollingdale's dropping in and also making it something of a back three at times. Vines so far up the field, so too is Cameron on the right side. Turned over, Bailey Rule, another good challenge. Continued his momentum from last week. Oliver Callett's the goalkeeper of the month for July for Sydney United and the NPL New South Wales. A let off for the Wanderers there is de Robillard or Haddad. Down illegally. Lunging challenge from Rule. Callatz was looking for de Robillard. Cameron won the challenge and was able to keep it in. Fernandez just unable to link up with Lual. And again, Cameron beats de Robillard. Danikowski. Vlastrelitsa fires it out wide to Hatch. First touch looked like it was going to get away from him and invited Cameron to have a stab at it. Another 4 minutes of regular time in this first half. Whereas they've looked impressive in spades, and I think maybe if Barvich was on the field, would they be able to have taken the lead? Especially that second opportunity coming with just numbers missing at the back. Hatch around Cameron. After getting booked, Jesse Cameron, he's been head down graph time against Hatch and DeRobillard and hasn't put a foot wrong. Hasn't been exploring the right-hand side as much though. Be conservative, not wanting to get caught out on the counter. Already done that once. Darkovic made an attempt at it, but Sydney United player that got the final touch. Effort that was well off target. Cameron. Hollingdale. Darkovic. To flank Gigliotti. Tomlich in the holding midfield rollers kept things under wraps in the opening 45. Branson. Devine continues his run, but a touch too many. Just being too eager has come undone a couple of times recently, but when he finds himself further up the pitch, he's looked the most dangerous. Rule now. Clips one to the back post, looking for DeRobillard. Cameron got a block. Back post again, Vidakovic got a swipe at it. Rule looking for Tomlich at the back post. Vlastrelitsa cutting onto the right. Got a decent bend on that, but took a deflection. Wells get another chance to swing one in for United. These back post deliveries are Sydney United looking to take it away from Vidakovic. Vlastrelitsa climbed over Vidakovic, but Tristan Vidakovic taken offline, and it will be a foul. There's Kelly Jones. It'll be 2 minutes of added time. Possibly a bit longer. Vidakovic a bit shaken up. club only a month ago from playing in Portugal for some time. Former St. George City youth product as well. Tiger Harper, substitute goalkeeper for the Wanderers, just bouncing around on the touchline. Doesn't look like Richard Cardozo will be requiring his services just yet. So strong in the air. Wow. Look to find Fernandez. Meyer. Under pressure from Hollingdale. Not phased. Bashtelitsa. Back at Anakoskis, they'll look to see out this 45 with the 2-goal cushion. Wells offside. Wanderers looking to make a break quick with not long left on the clock. Franson out wide to Cameron. Devine. Blocked by Wells, but stayed with a Devine. Lovely turn. Fernandez with the delivery. Headed away by Bakadanakoski. Fernandez. It's a great run from the young Wanderer. Through the legs of Rule. Still continues his run. Lual. Laid it off to Gigliotti, still a chance. The linesman's flag alleviates Sydney United's woes. A fiery end from the Wanderers to take into half-time. Wanderers 2, Sydney United 58. Wanderers 0, sorry, Sydney United 58-2. Anthony Barbic sent off in the 5th minute. Back shortly with the second 45 in round 28 at Wanderers Football Park. back for the second half. Round 28 NPL New South Wales men's fixture here from Wanderers Football Park. They find themselves 2 goals and a man down to Sydney United 58. Anthony Barvich lost his footing and Milicevic bearing down on goal and trying to make amends for his mistake. He only compounded the issue. Being sent off, making the difficult task of taking on finals-bound United that much harder. Like either side has made a change at half-time as Haddad looks to get us underway straight away. Fernandez lets one fly. Picked up right where they left off. Nearly clawing one back right before the half-time whistle. Lual just couldn't get it underneath, get it out from underneath his feet. Gigliotti was offside on the rebound. Tomlich looking for Wells. Hollingdale. Franson back to Vidakovic. So composed under the pressure of United. Coming up from his own end. Off. Fill in centre half. Ryan just couldn't keep that one on the right side of the painted line. Just picked up in the last 20 minutes or so. Sun hiding beneath the clouds. Cameron all over by the Robillard. Franson. Liotti. Flyers. Put Franson under pressure here. Sends it away from danger. Back to Danikowski. Looks to keep United on the front foot though. Tariq Meyer. Who's had a hand in much of the success of United today and large parts of the season. Lual, nifty to find Fernandez. Gigliotti stayed onside. No. Pull back. Linesman flag had stayed down, but false hope for the Wanderers. He was in an offside position, but I thought maybe he would have gotten away with it, maybe with a deflection. Cameron backpedaling, heads it home to Vidakovic. Fouled there by Meyer. Fernandez. Haddad under pressure from Hatch. Able to cut it back to Cameron. Early ball looking for a while, just too much on it. Wanderers impressive in the opening 5 minutes of this second half. It's not a whole lot to do. Really has his pass intercepted by Lual. Instead it's Wells who a bit of a mix-up, which eventually is pulled back. Sydney United will pick up the foul. Franson found Wells, but Franson looks to have come off second best. An army of Sydney United 58 boys standing over the top of this one. Back at Danikowski, cut it down to 3. And tell me over the wall, but over the bar as well. Quiet afternoon from Patrick. Certainly being outshone by Milicevic. Looking to get Calix involved. Wells held it up for Milicevic. Liotti forced the deflection. Mendes. Vidarkovic. Talk about composure there. One of the most lethal threats in the NPL New South Wales men's competition, bearing down on you. Ball to turn back in on him. It's up to keep the momentum going. That's one that had already been made. To ground. Meyer in the back. One of the last ones he gets away with, Tariq Meyer. Dad looks to send Devine, but didn't find the connection he was looking for. Liotti turns it over. It's Matthew Hatch. Rule in for Wells. Clipped away by Neuenhoff. Haddad keeps the momentum alive. Fernandez can't get his feet right. Lashkulitsa for the diag for Wells. First pass for Rule. The cutback's on. Still a chance with Milicevic. Tell me nearly there to poke it home for 3. Wells to deliver, still United with numbers at the back post. Flaschwitzer got underneath it. Paid off for them once. Meyer to slot in. Patrick Anselmi. Hollingdale. United happy to watch the Wanderers knock it around. They've got the 2-goal lead. Anders tries to find his fullback, Cameron. Hatch the only one making that run. Back again, Akoski. Trying to find Wells, but the angle always a difficult one for Wells to contend with. Hollingdale. Cameron looking for Haddad. Looking for Wells. Devine has done really well recovering against these long balls down the right-hand side. Both look to contend with him. Cameron getting a touch, but it's kept in, and again Devine able to keep it in off the Darkovic, just swept it towards him. Wow, that's a great turnover, but hit the wrong forward as Anselmi. He's been one-on-one with the Darkovic. It's just fouled shy of halfway. Malice from Anselmi. Fullback match up down this near side. Will gets a point on this occasion. Gigliotti to get past Rule, but stopped in his tracks. Now United can go the other way. Hatch with room to exploit. The Robillard stretching the line. Milicevic. Important deflection. Sees it over the bar. Getting to the back post for Darkovic. Gets a punch. Sends it straight back where it came from. Robillard. Still no changes yet to be made on the hour mark, but looks like the Wanderers are looking to make a couple in the coming moments. Dallo Sandy will be one of them, and Edmund Haddad coming off the fourth official's ball from what I can see. Meyer out for Hatch. Burst of speed to get past Cameron, but fed right into the path of the Darkovic. Out to Divine. Lead by back to Danakoski. Wanderers make their changes. Oh, so it's not that bad. Edmund Haddad off for Dallo Sandy. Ryan Devine coming off number 3. Matthew O'Donoghue comes to the field. Last played a couple of weeks ago when he was sent off against Blacktown City. Flips it into Lual. He just couldn't pick up the scraps. Lual can. To link up early with Sandy. Cameron to the back post. Liotti couldn't get that initial touch he was hoping for. Trying to create some separation with Wells. He's able to do that. To the back post he goes, but safe hands by Calax. To Robillard. Bursting into the Wanderers box. Francie got the initial block. Still alive though. Meyer back to Flaschlitzer. Just couldn't link up with Milicevic. Fernandez. For O'Donoghue, but found Bailey Rule instead. Fernandez tried to find Lual, but back at Danakoski. He's done well to stop the momentum of Lual. number of occasions, just getting the arm out and putting him off balance, creating that separation. Top looking for Hatch. Might run out of room here. In fact, he will. Cameron into Sandy. And is able to sneak it through to Gigliotti. Good awareness from Wells to cover for his fullback. O'Donoghue at the back post. Lual to Fernandez, who drills it. Sandy is taking a deflection off Flashtelitza. Can't be thankful of that. Tell me. Still with it and fouled by Neuenhoff. Flashlights are looking to go quick. Donoghue sees it out for a corner. Front post this time they go. Milicevic just couldn't have the ball sit down right for him. And now Wanderers look to break the other way. Takes it away from Lual. A couple of changes. Just the one change, sorry. Mason Wells. Full City United coming on is the number 13, Alessandro Lacalandra. Wingdale. Ball intercepts. And now in behind O'Donoghue. It was a necessary challenge from O'Donoghue to stop the run, but it's cost him another card. Knee already heavily strapped. Let's hit the turf. Bit of an awkward angle. With 3 quarters of the match played, but it's still comfortably with the 2-goal lead and the extra man to boot. Quick check around the scores. Central Coast 2-all with the Wollongong Wolves. De Lima scoring a brace with 15 to go. Rockdale, they've just pulled it back before halftime. Shouldn't even have to tell you who scored for the Suns, but it's their favourite son, Yuroshevsky. Lacalandra looked to get involved early for United. Mitch Stamatelis scored in the 4th minute for the Sharks. As I mentioned before, the business end of the season, it's your big names that really ought to be stepping up and getting in the score sheet. Alandra clutching at his shoulder after that attempt. Well, luckily the physios only just off to the side, having treated Bailey Rule a moment ago. 5:30 this evening, Apia, Sydney FC from Lambert Park. We'll wrap up round 28, 3rd v 16th. 7-1 thumping the first time Apia took on Sydney FC earlier in the year. Uncharacteristically of this fixture here today, the least amount of goals we've had in a Wanderers of Sydney United 58 game was 5. It was 3-2 earlier this season as Sydney United took home the 3 points. Beyond that, it's been 3-6, 3-4 and 4-2. 6, 7 and 9 goal hauls in this fixture. Both sides, I think, even without Barbic, had come into today with a lot more discipline, especially with finals, to keep in mind the result. More important than anything.
Oh, it's good, yeah.
Danikowski. Now looking to close down Kalats.
But we can beat the top two.
Rule against the shoulder.
See you next week.
Alandra moving around freely with both arms, so good sight for Sydney United. Robillard cutting in on the right, laying it off to Meyer, who let one rip. Now Hollingdale still under pressure in their own end, the Wanderers. Turned it over in the attacking third for United, and tell me, looks to shift it onto the favoured left foot. It's found to Robillard. Goes to the byline, but Jesse Cameron brilliantly to size him up. Awan Luwal, he too play no further part in this afternoon's proceedings. Khan Nizam, number 35, his replacement. Looking for O'Donoghue. AFL style contest between Rule and O'Donoghue. Rushwoods gets out wide to Hatch. Back at Danikowski. Robillard. Switch of play looking for Rule. Alandra. Savage down to the forward line. Get involved. Alandra. Looking to find Rule, but wanted the undercut. United now make a couple of substitutions. Aidan Milicevic picking up the goal, forcing the red card out of Barbic and setting up Stefan Robillard. Come off with 15 to go, so too will the other goal scorer, Stephen de Robillard. Number 8, Luis Lobo. Come on, and just get confirmation on the second substitution. It's Josh Attard, number 29. Hand on Hatch, didn't allow the quick throw.
Like, why don't you in the middle?
You get a shot for AY next year.
Franson on a touch to it, but only to the benefit of United. Lakalandra. Decent effort from that kind of range, but that's about all I can say about it. Vidarkovic is always favoured to make the save there. It's the first time this afternoon I've seen him come out of his area. Lobo. That's hard. Crunched into by Neuenhoff, and they look to go the other way, the Wanderers. Sandy playing more of a striker role. Nesm out wide. O'Donoghue dances through traffic. To poke it through for Sandy. Still alive though with Gigliotti. First pass, Gigliotti in for Fernandez. Sun just re-emerging from the clouds. Cameron at the back post. Forces a save out of Calitz. Hasn't ventured forward too much in the second half. Jesse Cameron looked quite dangerous when he did just then and in the opening 45. Post for Fernandez, who took a swing at it, but missed horrendously. Donoghue's delivery cleared out comfortably by Calitz. For Lakalandra. Lobo. Back post looking for Lakalandra, but didn't connect on that occasion. More conservative. Sydney United. Jobs almost finished. Shanta Funai coming on for Philip Gigliotti for the Wanderers. And they've turned it over. Josh Attard to make it 3. Big save from Vidarkovic. It just doesn't seem to be Patrick Antelmi's day. Markovic kept his cool, didn't commit. Waiting for Joshua Attard to pick his spot. Danikowski into Rui. Lakalandra ventures inside, over the top, looking for Lobo. Darkovich read it well. Windale. Nifty feet there from this end. Just runs out of room under pressure from Vlaš Belica. Promising in burst, the Wanderers. Another pump for 85 minutes of this 90. It's always going to be a difficult task. Danikowski is looking for the run of Lakalandra. Donahue did what was necessary to hold up the run. Now Cameron looks to get him behind Hatch. Looked impressive last week at Lambert Park. He's won the ball high up the pitch. Fernandez. Ewenhoff. All the way through to Callants. Safety first from United. To go here at Wanderers Football Park and Sydney United in, I'd say, total domination, but certainly look comfortable with how the afternoon's panned out. Lakalandra back into Attard. Lobo has a swing. Not necessarily like they're hungry for a third, but I have to still say switched on. Nothing to really lose by going for it. Azim. Back to Fernandez. Sandy. Attard able to ride the challenge of Hollingdale and can feed through Lakalandra. He looked to cut it back to Antelmi, but Ricky Franson having none of it. It's Funai. 3 plays to beat and liked his odds. Mariners have completed the comeback, goal in 78th with Just stoppage time remaining. That could see them jump as high as 11th. Come good recently, the Mariners. Undefeated in 5. Certainly down and out a couple of months ago. This resurrection at the tail end of the season is quite a commendable one, particularly after losing 5-1 to the Wolves earlier in the season. Matthew Hatch being brought up for Anthony Krilich, 44. Patrick Antelmi with a quiet evening, being replaced by number 2 Christian Gonzalez. Steals it away from O'Donoghue. They look to break down this right-hand side. Krilich, fresh off the bench. Rule combining well with Krilich. Franson yet again at the front post. He's done that on a number of occasions in this second half. Will be all the substitutions for Sydney United. Well, they've made 4. Lobo, flick on from Tomlich. Might get the contact he was hoping for. Either have plenty of bodies back. Meyer intercepts, finding Tomlich. United get back into their shape. Gonzalez back into Tomlich. Meyer. Danikoski flipping it over the top, looking for Rule. Krilich in support. Just goes back to Danikoski in safety. 2 minutes left to play here. Wanderers Football Park. Nice stoppage. Commendable effort from 10 on the field for the Wanderers. Krilich. Sees it over the side. Still 1-1 between Sutherland and Rockdale as we enter stoppage time over there as well. I suppose with just a bit of context with Rockdale, if they do end up with a draw, will be 4 points clear of Marconi. Matches against Sydney FC and Central Coast. Central Coast, they perhaps play a massive part in this story at the end of their season. Marconi will have got Blacktown City and the Wanderers at home to finish off their campaign. Franson tries to find Cameron, but Gonzalez picks it up. Just headed back by Bakadanikowski, 4 minutes of added time. Relatively quiet outing for Callens, but it's doing his job when needed to, and that's sometimes the more difficult part of goalkeeping for Darkovic. He's had to stay switched on the entire 90, but Callens has sort of gone in and out of really being involved in the game. Milicevic certainly the man of the match, without a doubt. For Sydney United 58. Turned over the ball and got Barbic sent off. Scored the opening goal and then set up the Robillard. Lobo wraps one from the edge of the 18-yard. Decent outing from the Wanderers skipper too, Riley Hollingdale. Donohue's brought to ground by Krilic. Off the option to Neuenhoff. Not a bad position to be in either, but outside couldn't keep the chance alive. Wins it back for Sydney United. Krilic. From the captain of the Western Sydney Wanderers, despite the circumstances. Gonzalez. Didn't find a white shirt. Out to Cameron, gets it back. 2-1, that's Wanderers under 20s one earlier this afternoon. Doesn't look like it'll end up being the reverse score of that this afternoon. As well from last week, United getting that man advantage against Sydney FC, but didn't really have the time to exploit it. Today we'll only have to play against 11 for almost 5 minutes. Gonzalez tee up like a Landra. Full-time Mariners do get the win over the Wolves. So too does Sydney United over the Western Sydney Wanderers. 10 men for large parts of the game. Anthony Barbic was sent off in the 5th minute. It's Aidan Milicevic who showed up and put his mark on this fixture. A goal and an assist to his name Full time from Wanderers Football Park. It's Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney United 58-2.